What's good, guys? It's your Greek Boy 7, and today I'll be giving you guys my review for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. As you'd expect, Batman v Superman is about Superman and Batman fighting each other, probably the two most iconic superheroes facing off mano a mano. Now, obviously, there has been a lot of hype for this movie within the last few years, ever since the first trailer debuted at Comic-Con a few years ago. People were going nuts about this movie. Does it deliver to the hype? Listen, this movie is a mess. It tries doing too much in one movie when it really should have kept things simple. Listen, I'm just going to say what I liked first just to get out of the way, because there's definitely not as much of what I liked compared to what I didn't like. First off, Ben Affleck. This guy has been on the hot seat for taking the Batman role for quite some time now, and a lot of people were like, oh, it should have been Christian Bale. But it's Ben Affleck, and people didn't know what to think until we actually got to see him. I thought Ben Affleck was great as Bruce Wayne and as Batman. I thought he killed it. He definitely proved the doubters wrong. All the haters that wanted Christian Bale, he proved them wrong. I think he did an awesome job. Henry Cavill is good as Superman, just like he was in Man of Steel. Another thing that I liked about this movie is the action sequences. This is a great movie when it comes to action. There's a lot of cool stuff that happens here when Batman's beating up a lot of people. Superman's fighting off all these guys too, and it's great. And especially the fight between them two was really cool also. So the fighting definitely got that down right. Unfortunately, they didn't get anything else right. First off, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. What? Listen, I knew when I first saw him in a trailer, I knew he wasn't going to be a good Lex Luthor. And in the movie, he wasn't good. He was playing a really psychotic and crazy, maniacal twist on Lex Luthor. And to me, that just wasn't him. I didn't feel like I was watching Lex Luthor. I thought I was watching some crazy maniac. But that just wasn't Lex Luthor. He was completely miscast. Just unfortunate, to say the least. And the movie's runtime. This thing was almost 2 hours and 40 minutes for nothing. This movie should have been simple. It should have been building up to the fight between Batman and Superman. However, after the fight, more stuff happens when it doesn't need to happen. They shoehorned a lot of things in here. They shoehorned a lot of pieces for the Justice League that they didn't need to do. And don't even get me started on Doomsday. My God, why did they put this guy in the movie? Like I said earlier, there are just way too many plot points in this movie. It goes from the tension and hate that Bruce Wayne has for Superman. It goes with Lex Luthor's pretty much obsession with trying to get rid of Superman. It goes to the people hating Superman because of how godly he is and how dangerous he could potentially be to the world. It also goes to Clark Kent and how he sees everything and what he should do to make things right. There are just way too many things that go on in this movie that just didn't need to happen. It made things complicated and it made things really confusing. Another thing that's really confusing, Batman. Listen, I said before that I liked Batman in this movie. I really did. But there's one thing that they did in this movie that made no sense. I swear to you, Batman is killing people. He has a machine gun and he's literally killing people. He even stabs a guy. Batman is killing people. What? Batman's biggest moral, his biggest rule when fighting crime is to never kill people. Any idiot that has read Batman before should know that. Why did they make him kill people in this movie? That's not Batman at all. I really like Batman and I really liked Ben Affleck as Batman. But they were making him kill people in this movie. And that's not Batman. That's just another one of the many things that really pissed me off about this movie. Guys, at the end of the day, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is just a mess of a movie. I'm not going to say there aren't things I didn't love about the movie, because there are. Like I said, the action sequences, the performances, at least some of them, were really good. Some of the pieces, some of the plot lines in here were really intriguing and really suspenseful and entertaining. But some of them didn't make sense, and the fact that there were just too many of them to mash into one movie, it just didn't work for me, and it definitely didn't work for this movie. Unfortunately, Batman v Superman is probably the biggest disappointment of 2016 by far. The movie had some real high expectations, and unfortunately, they just weren't met. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is a waste of 2 hours and 33 minutes of your time. I really wanted to like this movie. Such a shame. Guys, have you seen Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice? What did you think about it? Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe and like to see more. So with that being said, this is your Greek Boy 7, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.